afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of What the Hell Does Doyle and Evan Have Going On? Alright, so, Evan got rid of the Yukon.
Bye!
And he decided that he was going to buy a car that was more fuel efficient and better for his current circumstances. The moment I heard that, I told old boy, you need to go pick up a 4th gen Camry, because they're cheap, they're easy to find, and for the first time ever in our relationship, he listened to me. So, here, we have a 4th gen Camry that has a 1MZ FE V6 with a 5-speed?
Yeah.
5-speed. I had the same car, but mine was a 3rd gen, and I had the Sport Automatic that had 2 different modes. That car got totaled and saved my life. Camrys are very, very close and near to my heart. If it wasn't for that car, I wouldn't be here. So, this is the exact same thing, but in the newer generation body. And, yeah, let me flip you around. Hey!
Hey,
What you got going on?
we're gonna do things. Because I can't leave anything alone.
So, I don't think these are the wheels that you got with it, are they?
No.
Okay, so what's the story? Everybody's got to know the story, because this one's sticking around. This ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, this is gonna stick around, I think. Sold the Yukon. Dude came from Denver to come get it. Jewed me down on the price a little, but that's okay. Still got enough. This car was for sale 30 miles south-ish in Delta. Picked it up. Needed a clutch, like right away, so I had a clutch put in it. And before I even had the clutch put in it, I drove, how far is that? Craig is like 100 miles from here or something, or more, 110 miles. Picked up these wheels on a chance that it might have the right lug pattern.
Shabam.
I guess they do.
And they got really good fitment for this car, too.
Yeah, they have a good, they're almost hella flush.
Yeah, hella flush.
But
Yeah, there seems to be an issue there,
I
sir.
can fit all 4 of my fingers right there.
That's not good.
We have issues there.
Okay, so...
We're gonna fix that today.
Alright, well, how are we going to fix that?
We're gonna fix that with these super rad and underpriced coilovers.
Where'd you pick those up at?
eBay.
What'd you pay for 'em?
Like $300.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna see how good they are. Probably not, but they'll be lower than it is now.
Sir, are you new to Toyotas on coilovers at all? No.
No.
This is a common occurrence for him. So,
I like coilovers.
I
Look at
think
this, coilovers.
I'm going to give this man right here this here measuring tape.
Oh, we got some before and afters.
There's some before and afters.
Let's see, we got 26 and call it 26 and 3/4.
All right, on video, 26 and 3/4. We're going to find out how far we set this thing down.
Back afters. Let's see. 24 and 1/4.
24 and
Nope. That's off the tire. Come on, there we go. 26 and 3/4.
26 and 3/4 square.
That makes it even. Easy.
Cool. All right, so I'm not going to bore you guys with tearing this thing apart because that's pretty easy, but we'll get back to you when we start installing cool, fancy new parts.
Yeah.
All right then. Bye. All right, so the 2 bottom bolts on the strut are usually extremely difficult to get out. I got those out, no issue, and he's working on taking the rest of the stuff out. Usually, in the trunk of the car, they have strut towers, like right here, and then there's 3 bolts on top of them. This one is actually pretty unique, and let me show you why. Maybe common to other people, but not super common to us, so this is something cool that we'd like to show you. If you pull out the side of the seat right here, and you lift up this little piece of dead mat, there's the 3 bolts for the strut, and they're super easy to get to, so that's not an issue. But structurally, this brace goes all the way across the car, and they're inside this brace. So this is effectively in a structural strut bar setup. So this is like super uber stiff on, I think you had to get a strut bar for the Corolla, right?
Yeah, on front.
Yeah. So the front of that wishes it was as stiff as this. So we're getting things taken care of. We've almost got these old ones out. Don't mind the grinder. We may or may not explain that to you because it's probably something you shouldn't do, but we'll catch up in a second. Had to go guard the camera. If this dude starts and you don't fucking catch it, he will like take off. What do you got going on?
Oh, I'm about to put these rear coilovers in.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna set this bitch down.
You going all the way?
No, I think I'm gonna go an inch higher in the back. Only for the weight. I'm gonna have a weight in the back. Big sub box, and I carry kids around sometimes. So I'd rather it be not like a, I don't want it to be like a dog dragging his butt on the carpet.
Alright guys, hold on one second. I gotta get out copyright. I don't know who that band is, so it's definitely not worth fucking getting copyright hit. Anyway. Continue.
Whoop. There's another one missing.
Fantastic.
It's around here somewhere.
Yep.
Somewhere.
There it is.
Here it is.
So how much lower is it going to be right off the bat?
I have no idea.
No idea.
This is a full send moment here. I think it's a 1 to 3 inch lowering coilover.
Okay.
So we were at 26 3/4 before. So if we're lowering it 2 inches in the back and 3 inches up front, and we'll be at 23 3/4 in front, and 24 3/4 in the back.
Guess we'll just have to find out.
I just don't want it looking like a dog dragging its butt on the carpet when I have my sub box and kids.
Alright then, so he's going to get this one set up, which is for this side. And then he's going to take whatever one of these is for the other side, and he's going to make it match before either one of them goes in the car. Because if you try and do this side without touching this side, and then go over there and try and match it, it just turns into a conundrum that doesn't work. So do both at once, and then do both of the front ones at once, and then install them. When we get these installed, I'll show you what it looks like before we put the wheels and tires on. Alright, good sir, show us the inch that you were talking about.
Yes. This is the inch.
Okay.
So I got almost exactly 1 inch spacing between there, and on the front, this isn't going to be here. This is going to be up here all the way.
Okay, so this is the
or maybe a 1/4 inch. I don't know.
This is the extra inch of ride height that he was talking
inch of
about.
ride height, yes. This is the full adjustment of ride height. I could take this thing, put it down here, and lift this thing like 8 inches. Maybe not 8. Whatever.
But it would lift it.
It would lift it.
And then the front end, when you go back down this way, is going to lower it more.
Yes.
So this is what he meant by determining ride height and making them match before they went in. So now they are ready to install. So we will get back to you and show you what they look like in the car. Little side note for y'all, if you're going to decide to lower the rear end of your Camry this much, you're going to have to roll the fenders. How you decide to roll the fenders is on you. We have a method that works for us, but I do not suggest it, so it is going to be the second thing in this video that we do not show, because we don't want people learning bad habits.
But there's a whole lot of paint on the ground now, so that's cool.
Let me turn the light on so I can show you what you got going on in there and show you how it looks. Shabam! Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fancy, fancy. And it is much lower, but I will wait for him to get this fully assembled and all taken care of, and then we'll show you guys what it looks like with the wheel and tire back on and why we had to roll the fender.
And we don't even know yet if we're there. Like this might be too low. We had to roll a fender for the tire to sit on there with the spring not compressed.
Or we may just have to roll the fenders more.
Oh,
I had an Acura Legend back in the day that I rolled the fenders like 3 inches out. Like we can get real frisky if you want to, Bubba.
man, if we start getting crazy, I might just have to change the whole idea of this car. Paint scheme wise, it might just get army green and bullet holes.
Do you hear this guy? Like, what is this going to be, the Acura Legend Toyota Camry tribute car? Oh, man. Alright, we'll catch up with you guys in a few. If you guys don't know what that is, like, go look on my Facebook. There's definitely pictures of the Legend way back in the day. I fucking love that car way more than anybody should ever love a piece of shit. But it's okay. Alright, let me show you guys the kind of drop that we're talking about even without the car being on the ground. Big ass gap in the front, and the car is literally jacked up from the rear end. So all of the weight of the car is on these two wheels and supported by the jack. Kinda. There's not a whole lot of weight that's being put on the jack. It's all up here. Engine, transmission, I'd say 40% of the front of the car. It's all up there, and it still has this giant ass gap. The back no longer has a gap, okay? This, like, I'm sticking my finger in the side of the tire, and it curls up and over. Yeah, this is the kind of drop that we're talking about. It may be a little too much, but we're going to try and make this work before we lift it up any. So it is going to be significantly lower.
And they're ride better.
Yes.
Oh.
This thing.
The reason I got these coilovers is because when I got the car, the guy was like, it might need struts soon. Might. Yeah, this strut is gone. That strut's half gone. The front ones are close.
Headed out.
So I'm like, well, I mean, I could get some Rock Auto struts for it for like $15 each. But what are those gonna last, what, a year?
Yeah.
So now I'll just get some cheap eBay coilovers and send it.
This, before we did this, it rode like the Vic, which isn't a bad thing. You go down the interstate and it does this. It's comfortable, it's nice, but it's not exactly reactive, and you don't get to feel the road and you don't get to vibe off of it. We are daily driven race car kind of people, so this is going to be much better and a lot more fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So we're going to get the other side finished up, and then we will move to the front. Alright, y'all remember that 1 inch he put in? It wasn't enough. We can make this work, and eventually we are going to make this work. It just needs a narrower tire. The tire height is fine. It's the width that's a little iffy, so check this shit out. Look at how fucking slammed it is. It's so good. Alright, so the problem is not here, okay? All of this is good, and it actually clears the tire because we rolled the shit out of it. The problem is in here, okay? The spring literally contacts the back of the tire just enough. Just barely enough, so.
Well, you can get one of them 5/16 spacers too. I hate using them because it takes away that much lug stud in your lug nut. But it's doable here, but we'd really have to really roll that out.
Yeah, this is still stock body. We haven't got into the body yet. I've done some crazy ones where I have it like flared like this shape to get over shit. The Legend specifically. This is still in the stock body, so we can go further with this, like lots further. But for tonight, we're definitely going to have to lift it up a little bit to get it to be able to drive home.
A little?
Shh. Anyways, what's the height, good sir?
We're gonna find that out. It was 26 3/4 before. Oh man, 22 3/8. That's, let's see, 3/4 where my thumb is. That's a good, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4 inch drop.
Yeah, this is gonna happen. I promise you guys that we will have this car this low, static, but it's not gonna happen tonight. So we're gonna put it back up to where it's drivable, and we're gonna work on getting a narrower tire.
If we can get the jack underneath it.
Just do one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah. There's certain issues that come with lowered cars. If y'all are gonna slam a car and make it static, it takes some extra work, like getting the jack under the car. It's even a low profile one that's actually pretty decent, and it still doesn't fit. So that tells you how low this fucking thing is. Me and him are both static kind of people, so this is gonna happen. But let us get this back up to where it's drivable height for these tires, and then we'll move on to the front, or save the front for tomorrow. I don't fucking know, but we'll figure it out. We're doing it tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the front. So this will only take him a minute to fucking adjust this, because you don't have to take it all out, do you?
No.
Yeah, so he can adjust this in the car. I'm new to coilovers. I don't know how this shit works. He does. So let him get this all situated, and then we'll move on to the front. Alright, I'm currently sitting here scarfing down some Subway, and so is he. We lifted the back 2 inches, and it solved our issues for now. The front end is a different setup, and I'm going to let him show you and talk you through that. So I'm going to turn it around and hand it over to him.
So, here's the rear strut, non-compressed. Here's the front strut, non-compressed. Same car, front, rear. It's like 5 inches different. So, with the rear, we lifted it 2 inches from our base of that 1 inch base. Now went to 3 1/4. That would mean 5 inches different from that would be way low. Whatever. This might end up being still stink bug, or not stink bug, but that way. So I made these shorter than the front ones, just like the other ones are shorter than the rear ones.
Is that a 2-inch drop or pretty equal to what we did in the back after you lifted it?
This?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, according to that, it's pretty close to 2. It's probably 3, maybe right there.
Right.
2 1/4, 2 1/2. But the issue there is the front's stiffer, the back's not as stiff as the front as far as weight, spring rates and stuff. So I don't know. Kind of winging it right now, but whatever.
We'll see how the front looks when he gets one of those. Well, we have one installed, if you want to move it.
One's almost all the way installed. I'm
We'll
not
get.
even gonna test anything.
He'll go. He's going to turn around and he's going to finish putting in a couple nuts and bolts on this side, and then we will put this wheel on, and we'll see how it looks, like we did with the back. See how low we got that? We're trying for equal on the front now. So.
Yeah.
We'll get the rest of it together on the front, and we'll see where we're at with it. Alright, Senior Rourke has most of these taken care of, but I have a little bit of a concern that that wheel gap hasn't changed very much. So we gotta set it down and see what the weight does to it. But I have a sneaking suspicion that we're gonna be pulling the wheels back off of it so he can lower it down in the front. We will find out momentarily. Alright, he's cleaning some stuff up, but we fixing to find out, boys.
Alright, moment of truth.
Yep, needs more low.
Camry.
You want to measure that with the measuring tape that's right here on the hood in front of me?
Absolutely.
So you can see how far you need to turn that shit down?
What was it before?
It doesn't matter, go measure the
No,
back.
what was it before? 26 3/4?
Yeah.
26 3/8. We lowered it 3/8 of an inch.
Yeah, go measure the back, because that's what we got to get equal to.
Well, we can only go down a 1/2 inch in the front. .24 and 3/8 ish. Can't drop it as low as the back is.
No?
Nope.
But you can slam it as far as you can on the coilover?
Yeah, I can max the coilover out. The back's over here, 24. That's where the back is.
Okay, and how much is maxing the coilover going to get you? Alright, we're going to do that, and then we will get back to you and see how it looks. Alright, so he lowered the front coilovers as low as they will possibly go. Now we will find out what that ride height is, and then at some point we will have to raise the rear end to match it, because obviously it's not as low as the back.
Well, it's definitely lower than it was before. I can fit 4 full fingers in there. Now I can fit 3.
Well, measure it now that it's actually done. It's over here on the hood. We're 26 3/4 on the front. How much actual true lowerage did you get on the front?
Well, this is before letting it settle a little too. 26.
So you got 3/4 of an inch in the front.
That's weird. I feel like it should be more than that, but that's what you get for $300 eBay coilovers. Woo!
Yeah, you never know with eBay. So what we're gonna have to do with this, like right away, the free thing to do to make it right is we're going to raise the rear end to where it is only lowered 3/4 of an inch so the car sits square. Long term, he says that you can either go with a softer spring or a shorter spring.
Yes, I have found a place I can get shorter or different springs for coilovers. And we'll just pull it apart and put a different spring in it.
So, at some point, we will get it lower, but the front end is about as low as you can get it, period, as you get them out of the box. And to make it not look goofy as shit, you want to set the rear ride height as the same.
But I will tell you this. The springs that are on this car,
This is his Corolla, 2007 Corolla.
they got coilovers and they're the same size diameter spring. I have to look up the spring rates of those to see how they would correspond with these springs. And maybe these stiff, I think they're 8 kilogram per millimeter, which is like 450-ish pounds per inch. Maybe I could stick these heavy springs in the back of the Corolla and use those Corolla rear springs on the front of this because they're softer and it'll set down a little further.
Word. So, we are going to get this outside, and then we will go for a test drive while he takes me home. And then later this week, you guys are going to see Camaro content. And for those of you guys that are sitting here telling me, well, you should build a 350 and not a 305. Well, fucking guess what? There's 2 350s up there in the fucking rafters that this guy and I have finally accumulated all the fucking parts for, so eat my ass. I got 2 of them coming. We gotta finish this in the next 7 weeks. So this is coming up. The race truck is about to have the motor and transmission installed. We're gonna get that started to go together. I don't know what Nemo's plan is with the CRX, but we will get to this at some point, hopefully. Yeah, we got lots of content. So let's get this outside, and we'll go for a test drive, and then we will close up shop for the night. Alright, we're headed out. I can immediately tell that it's stiffer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's most definitely snowing.
Don't know what that popping is.
Them setting.
Ah, yeah, so much better already.
Yeah, definitely need wipers. Priorities, and it wasn't fucking shitty weather for like a month, so we didn't expect this.
Not really.
Come on now. This light knows I'm filming, wants to make an ass of me.
All the sounds. Oh, the steering is all over the place right now.
Definitely needs an alignment.
Oh, yeah. Toe is way out, camber's screwed up, I can feel everything.
But the point was, is he wanted it to be stiffer. Is it stiffer?
Yeah, it's a lot stiffer.
Alright, so at some point he's gonna have to get an alignment, and we're gonna have to raise the rear end, and you know, it's gonna have to be adjusted and set in, which is perfectly fine. But this project is done. We got the goal accomplished. So,
Well, project's never done.
this part of this project.
This getting the coilovers on the car is done.
Yes, that's what I meant. You really got to know what you're buying. If you get what you pay for. $300 coilovers are $300 coilovers. So you can't expect everything from them, but they are better than stock struts, in my opinion, for sure.
In this case, absolutely.
With that, wish you guys adieu. I'm gonna go home and get this edited and get it posted for you guys. I think you got a picture of it sitting sideways in the shop that I could use as a thumbnail, right?
Sure.
Fucking A. Alright, cool. So, we will see you guys later this week with some more content. Have a good night, and God bless. Bye.